Hi everybody, I'm Wendy.
I'm Chris.
And we are Meeple Overboard.
Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a game from Renegade Games that they sent us here called Castles of Caladale. This is a family weight tile placement game that we're pretty excited to open up.
So for our random fact, so castles in the towers, the stairs were actually built clockwise because it gave advantage to the defender. So the person at the top of the stairs, I guess with their, most people were right-handed as they are now.
As they are now, in the medieval era.
So if you're sword fighting right-handed, it gave you plenty of room to swing, whereas the defender didn't have as much space because of the curvature of the stairwell and such. So there you go. You can go to bed less stupid tonight because you know about stairwells and castles.
So speaking of castles, this is a sleeve fit for a king. We'll keep that around.
I don't know what that's for.
Okay, so let's bust this game open. Ooh,
oh, ads.
Advertisements.
Yep, ads are exciting.
Ooh, Couvert and Lotu and Goblin. Wait, these aren't French. World's Failli.
We have World's Fair.
Okay, we looked at all of this.
All right, so here is our rule book. We've got quite a few pages. Let's see, for ye up there. Rules, tiles.
So this is a tile placement game.
That looks
not
thick.
Unlike Carcassonne, but also kind of like Alhambra, where you're building up your own castles. I believe that the scientific terms for these are whacking sticks.
I'm not sure about that.
Or that they're the base of the castle that you have to, build up from. One of the two things. Oh, meeples.
So I think that this has a bunch of story in it. It looks really thick. It is like a 4-page story. I mean, we're like serious about this.
We're making fun of how long the description on the back of the box even is, and that's even longer.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
check this out. I really like this. I really like that Renegade does. I'm going to hold this up for the top camera here. They do unique shaped meeples, and so.
Oh, interesting. What are those?
So one of them is that's a gnome. That is that's a throwaway person. This looks like a wizard with a book, perhaps, and then this one is like a fairy.
That is a weird looking fairy. Let me see that.
So I do like this. If you also look at their upcoming game, Topiary, or I guess Topiary just got released, so Topiary has different shaped meeples and stuff as well, which is a cool touch.
Lots of punch-out tiles, because this entire game is tiles.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Can you punch an entire row out at once? Let's see.
Karate!
It's not happening.
Okay.
Okay, well, we are punching away. Looks like.
Sweet. So the point of the game is that there are several different types of terrain, and you want to try and lay out your castles, the tiles in your castle in such a way that things line up, right? Like we're pretty familiar with stuff like this from other tiling games, but that's probably good for now.
Okay, I'm having a lot of fun. I love punching out stuff. It's pretty exciting.
So the point is that you're trying to obviously like line up different types of terrain and stuff, and if you don't close off a terrain, you lose points, but if you do close it off, you get several points, right? And you want to just have the biggest castle, and so things have to line up, right? That's something that we're familiar with. But what's interesting about this game, particularly, is that you are free at any point to rearrange your castle completely as you get new tiles to add so that things will end up working out. So I'm interested to play that and see kind of how that works.
That's interesting. It kind of reminds me of Rummy Cube or Rummy Cub for any of you, those who've played it, where you can rearrange things, but if you can't get it back together, then that just kind of sucks.
Yep. So, also a timer. Timers are always nice in game. My Codenames has my favorite timer rule, where once you're tired of people taking too long, you just flip it. So I'm not sure if this is like you have to use the timer every time, or what it is. But that is Castles of Caladale. I don't know. Any first thoughts on like the artwork or the components?
So I'm not sure who this little dude is down here. He looks like an apprenticing wizard because there's.
He's probably the purple guy.
Oh hey, he's the purple guy.
Yeah.
And then there's a dragon. I don't think you get to play to be the dragon.
I don't see
unless that's what that green fairy is, but I'm pretty sure that's a fairy and not a dragon.
Given the general fairy shape, yes.
Yeah. Looking at these, there's like little gnomes sitting on the roof, and I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little gnome on the roof. Kind of cute. Some birds, and I don't really see anything super Easter eggy. There's a spider web. I like spider webs.
So here's like a fairy on this wood tile, you know, so there's like a little bit of stuff. This big old owl. This one could be a Harry Potter reference, right? Because I don't really know Harry Potter. But
Chris doesn't know Harry Potter. That's actual.
so one of the things that Wendy always says, like if you listen to our podcast and on our like top 5 art, like games with awesome artwork
Oh, there's
episode.
a squirrel. Look at the little squirrel
Squirrel.
in the tree.
Rolodex names. That's for you guys. So so if you watch or listen to our podcast or anything, you'll know that Wendy really likes fun cartoonish art that has a lot of Easter eggs. So
Oh, this guy's got like a telescope. Okay, this is fun. I'm enjoying these pieces.
So we're excited to try this one out and excited to look at more of the tiles, even the ones we haven't punched out yet. They're like 10 punch out tiles. So pretty excited about this.
Lots of punch outs.
Alrighty. Well, thanks Renegade for sending this one our way. We're excited to play it and then we'll review it on our podcast coming up here soon. But that's Castles of Caladale.